the study, 25% of the world's data will be only from the entertainment industry, and that is only by 2025. So here you can also see the growing number of YouTube users in the world. So only by 2025, there'll be like 2.8 billion. All those, most of that content which is being produced in the content explosion is unstructured. So as per another study, 90% of this content is unstructured, and which is growing much faster at a much faster rate than the structured content. So we really need to think about managing this unstructured content, because unfortunately we do not have the systematic and organized ways to manage this unstructured content, whereas there are organized warehousing solutions existing for the structured data. 70% of the industry's value is content creation and curation. And in fact, Netflix is planning to spend $17 billion only on the new content creation next year. So the content creation is not cheap. So it is imperative that we think about different solutions of reusing and rediscovering the existing content and getting insights out of it to generate revenue. So some of the other challenges that our solution solves are metadata generation. So instead of manually tagging the metadata, we automatically tag all the assets with their metadata and managing all those assets, which in turn leads you to give insights to you for your content discovery, subtitling, closed captioning, then content recommendation, monetizing, give you insights for monetization strategies, content generation workflows, and action detection. So the solution that we're talking about is automated content processing, which is part of a bigger suite of solutions that we have for M&E industry. We process the content from automated processing, then content delivery and monetization. We also do a lot of work under transforming media workplaces, consumer insights, and all. Are you really maximizing the value of your content? Are you really utilizing your existing content and monetizing it rather than just focusing on creating new content? So some of the people are trying to solve those questions, and a lot of them are still using outdated methods. I'm saying that because most of their data is still on the LTOs. So by the way, LTOs are, if some of you don't know, LTOs are the magnetic tapes for the data storage that we used in late 90s. So their data is still on the LTOs, or they are still manually tagging the assets with the metadata, and they're trying to reach the global audience, but they may not be sensitive to the local regulations, and which won't help them anyway. So how do we do that? The first step is to create intelligent content, which is really the first step on your journey to solve all those challenges. So with the intelligent content, you can deliver personalized experiences using recommendation systems, aligning ads with content, preemptively identifying trends and increasing engagements. Then you also focus on intelligent content creation, like automating creating trailers, clips, and highlights, designing more compelling trailers. There are a lot more ways to create intelligent content, and then you also regionalize by dubbing and editing your audios, identify languages for content producers, and so on. So the intelligent content discovery is the solution that we have built to helps you in 4 different ways. So first of all, it consolidates all your unstructured data. It brings all of them into one place. So it gives you a single pane of glass to look at your content. And then we help you automate with all your workflows and using this content with machine learning so that they become searchable. Also, the third thing is search, where we have very smart machine learning driven search algorithm, which makes your content searchable. And eventually, we help you utilize, use, and reuse all your content that you have generated and automated through machine learning. So this is a sort of a reference architecture that is trying to explain how we ingest all the data and then orchestrate it with machine learning processes. We use Bigtable and BigQuery for the analytics and searches, and then we put the data back to the third-party MAMs and DAMs, and then we can also build your in-house tools and solutions over that.
So there are various things that we leverage from the Google Cloud ecosystem in order to come up with this kind of a metadata for any video or any content, for example, images, text, videos, whatever, right? Now, every platform has trained their own set of models. So AWS has their own model, Azure has have their own model, and GCP has their own model. When I look at GCP and I look at machine learning, right, the basis of machine learning is data. And GCP is a data company more than anything else. Google is a data company, right? Google's mission is to organize world's information and make it universally accessible and useful to everyone. They are a search engine. They have more data than probably anyone else in the world. They are the only company with 9 applications with 1 billion users each. So they have the biggest user platform which is out there, and these are the people that they are collecting data from directly or indirectly. So that is where the quality of the metadata generation comes out. Google comes a clear winner in that space.
So let's play this clip, and in the output window it'll show in the real time whose face, what are the characters and what are the emotions. Let's see.
Yeah, just to add, while the clip is playing, the real value comes in generating the metadata so that you have more than just the content. So if you remember that slide that Varun presented, that most of this data is unstructured. When you mean unstructured, it is rich media content. It's images, it's videos, it's documents that is very hard to search, very hard to do analysis with. You can't store it in tables and run your queries on it, right? So you need some sort of a data warehouse for content. So you need a content warehouse system. And that's where this intelligent asset management system comes into place that we have put together. You can generate all this metadata. Now, if you wanted to query your thousands of episodes of Friends and wanted exactly where Ross is wearing a Porsche cap, you can search that because now that is available in your metadata. It is not an off-the-shelf offering. It's not a product that you can take. A lot of these things have to be engineered carefully based on the customer requirement. So, for example, the customer might say, I have a cookery show and I want you to list all the ingredients on the website every time you hit an ingredient on the video or the blog or whatever. So the requirement can be very, very custom. So this is a 70% ready solution. It's a solution accelerator, so to say, that will help us accelerate our engagement. Our engagement is still going to be a services engagement, but the customer doesn't have to pay for building everything from scratch, but because we've built connectors and pipelines that ingest from different sources, that syndicate to different sources. For processing, we have implemented different pipelines, and all of this is available as IP, as solution accelerators that we can bring to an engagement to speed up the engagement. And that's what it is. So it's a ready 70% solution that comes with reference architectures, best practices guides, implementation templates, and things like that, that a client can leverage in order to speed up the go-to-market or idea to impact.